Hello, my name is Aisha and welcome back to another episode of Around the World. Countries like India and Canada, situated at two different corners of the world, are interconnected through history and heritage. While both nations share similarities in culture and stories of the struggle for freedom, tensions have recently surfaced between them. The rift became evident when Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau accused India of using its diplomats and organized crime to attack its citizens and make them feel unsafe on Canadian soil. Expressing strong opposition to this statement, India ordered its ambassador from Canada to return and also expelled 6 Canadian diplomats present in India. This raises the question, how and why has this tension emerged despite the strong historical and heritage connections between the two countries? Furthermore, will this tension affect the economic relations between India and Canada? Today, we will explore these questions, starting with a look at the history of India-Canada relations. Canada, located on the North American continent, has the longest coastline in the world. Its 202,080 km coastline meets the Pacific Ocean in the west, the Atlantic Ocean in the east, and the Arctic Ocean in the north. Beyond geographical positioning, a look at political equations reveals that the historic relationship between India and Canada began in 1858. Both Canada and India were under British Crown rule, which led to many British Indian Army veterans seeking new lives in Canada. In the late 1860s, to work in the rapidly growing lumber industry, the British settled a large number of Indians in British Columbia. The mid-20th century saw a dramatic increase in the number of Indians migrating to Canada due to less restrictive immigration laws introduced by the Canadian government. With the influx of Indians to Canada came their struggle for independence. Although the Ghadar Party was founded in 1913 in San Francisco, California, many of its members were Punjabi Sikh immigrants from Canada. Following India's independence in 1947, diplomatic relations between the two countries began. In 1949, Indian Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru strengthened these relations during a visit to Canada. Canada's aid program to India began in 1951. Canada provided food aid, project financing, and technical assistance to India. However, relations between India and Canada soused after India's Smiling Buddha nuclear test in 1974. In 1985, following a bombing of Air India flight by Sikh separatists, India and Canada resumed counter-terrorism bilateral talks and revitalized their relationship. Today, India and Canada collaborate in various fields, including nuclear energy, science and technology, defense, agriculture, energy, education, and information and communication technology. Nevertheless, tensions between the two countries emerged last year and are still clearly evident. Canada has directly accused India and its diplomats, to which India has responded by expelling Canadian diplomats, and the strain in relations continues to escalate daily. However, the deteriorating political relationship has not directly impacted trade between the two countries. According to the National Investment and Facilitation Agency, Canada ranks as the 18th largest foreign investor in India, with accumulative investments totaling USD 3.31 billion from 2020-21 to 2022-23. Canada's investment represents 0.5% of India's total foreign direct investment, with the services and restaurant sector accounting for 41% of this. A report released by the Global Trade Research Initiative indicates that the ground level impact on trade remains minimal. There has been a slight increase in commercial business trade between India and Canada which is recorded to be USD 8.4 billion in financial year 2024 from USD 8.3 billion in financial year 2023. It is noteworthy that India is the largest country to receive remittances from abroad, as there is a large number of Indian expatriate workforce around the world. At the same time, according to the World Bank, India received an estimated USD 125 billion in remittances in the year 2023, with Canada being among the top 10 sources. However, many international experts suggest that Prime Minister Trudeau's accusations against India are politically motivated, especially with upcoming elections. Conversely, analysts believe that relations between the two countries may only improve after a change in power in Canada. It will be interesting to see how relations evolve between the two nations in the future. So viewers, we will pause our discussion here and note today's question. In a global context, discuss the factors that have led to the tension between India and Canada.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.